Today I want to go over what I think are the 5 best tips that I can give anybody that's looking to improve and get better at sniping in Battlefield 6. Now, I don't want to waste your time with a long video, so I'm going to put the tips on the screen before I go into a little more detail on each point and give some quick input. So if you don't want to wait around for each point, you don't have to. So let's run through this real quick before I go into a little more detail on each one. Number 5, getting closer to the objectives. Number 4, changing locations. Number 3, angles and lanes. Number 2, don't stand still. And number 1, just shoot. So, starting off with number 5, getting closer to the objectives. Personally, I like to be within 100 to 200 meters away from the objective. Unless I'm playing something like Breakthrough, then I'm closer. Now, this allows me to put more pressure on the enemy team. Even if I miss a few shots, as long as I'm hitting a couple of shots here and there, it puts pressure on them, and now they have to worry about me. They have to focus on me a little more, and it takes pressure off of my team. Number 4, changing location. Moving around the map can make it harder for counter snipers to find you and put pressure on you. And even with this, you don't have to move a whole lot. Sometimes it can be going from peeking the right side of a hill, getting 5 or 6 kills, and then start peeking the left side instead. Now, number 3 can be a little more difficult with Battlefield 6 compared to something like Battlefield 5, because Battlefield 5 had more predictable maps and lanes than Battlefield 6. Everything is more open. So still trying to find lanes and angles can be super beneficial to putting a lot of pressure on the enemy team. Now, this does go both ways. Understanding the angles and the lanes that the enemy team has as well can be super beneficial. It can help you navigate going from cover to cover, or even utilizing cover to block off certain angles and lanes that the enemy snipers might have on you, so you can put more pressure on certain angles and lanes yourself. Number 2 is a super important one. I see people all the time just standing still, and you want to guess who I usually shoot first? The ones who aren't moving. So moving constantly can put you in a better spot. Granted, it does make aiming harder at times. Needing to stand still to shoot at somebody is completely understandable. By all means, do that, but don't stand still for more than a second or two before you start moving again. There's been plenty of times that I've died because I've broken this rule because I was waiting on somebody to re-peek me, and I stood there for a couple of seconds and got shot as a result. I also want to add on to number 2 and give you a brief tip of not re-peeking more than once or twice. Now, what I mean by this is crouching behind cover and popping back up repeatedly, because that just makes you an easy target. Now, what you can do instead is just move a little bit. Move a little bit to the left, move a little bit to the right before you peek up. That will make it just a little bit harder for the enemy to get you into the crosshair. And with number 1, the best tip I can give anybody is just to shoot, right? Stop hesitating and take the shot. One of my biggest pet peeves that I see anytime I watch somebody else play as a sniper is that they take forever to line up the shot. In the same time that they took to line up the shot, I've already shot 2 or 3 shots at them, and that's what ends up getting a lot of people killed, or they just miss out on kills entirely. This even goes into things like long-range sniping. Just taking the shot will give you instant feedback. In Battlefield 6, oftentimes, if you miss while you're aiming at somebody that's at long range, you probably aim too high. And it's very easy to tell. If you didn't hit them, you probably aimed too high. If you aim at their head and you hit them and it's a hit marker, you aimed a little too low. Just aim a little bit higher. But you don't get that feedback unless you take the shot. Now, to wrap things up, I want to point out that sniping isn't about perfect aim, which is why I didn't mention your aim or your sensitivity in this video. Now, aim is still highly beneficial at the end of the day, but I still feel like these tips make a ton more difference, and when combined with good aim, it allows for some really high kill games. Anyway, be sure to let me know which tip you think is the most important, or if there's something that you would like to add to the list. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. RAMTEID out.